Yes, it's a vlog entry on the old Bark channel. I just want to talk about stuff, topic of the video, first and foremost, I am driving. I have a little microphone clipped onto me. I'm going to face the road pretty much all the time. When you're, it's safe. When you have somebody in your passenger seat, you go like that sometimes. Like, it's safe. I'm watching the road. It's all good. Caramel is mounted to the dash. And we're good. So let's just talk a little bit. The topic of the video is definitely financial freedom. I was in banking for the last decade. So, I'm not saying I'm some kind of expert at life, this, that, or the other. Quite the contrary. The reason I'm doing this video is because, I fucked up. And, I don't want other people to fuck up. I'm 44. I'll be 45 next month. And it all happened so fast. From the time I was 25 to almost 45, just fast. So just want to share my experience. And my experience is, don't get yourself in a financial pickle. And by that, I don't mean don't live extravagantly. I haven't lived extravagantly. I've lived mostly within my means. But, I've lived just a little under my means. So, I've been making X amount for the last 10 years. And I do not live extravagantly, but the cost of the world is a problem. I live in a double wide. It's a nice, newer double wide up on a hill. It cost more than it should have, but it's not anything crazy because I live in rural Ohio. I'm a rural juror, actually. I live in rural Ohio. So it wasn't it wasn't crazy. Wasn't crazy. Well, I'll just say this. My mortgage is $1,400 a month, which to me is crazy, but to most people, that's not a high mortgage. It's okay. Now, granted, it was also a 15-year mortgage because at the time of me purchasing the double wide out in the country up on a hill, there was no foundation. It had skirting around it. And this thing's a 2017 model double wide. So I'm getting a foundation. Bought the house, 15-year mortgage, put a block foundation on it. Technically, I could go refinance that for 30 years and knock my mortgage to maybe $1,000, $1,100, maybe a little bit of money. I could get it in the 8-9 range. If rates were to drop, I could get it in the 8-9 range easily a month, which I would love to do. So $1,400 a month mortgage. Well, I've been making a good bit of money. We do not drive extravagant cars. My wife has a Subaru Outback. It's a 2022. The payment on that thing is $440, which again, not extravagant, but not super cheap easy either. Wow. Super cheap and easy, baby. And I had been driving used cars, paid off used cars to that point. We had this rule that was only one car payment at a time. And we abided by that rule pretty well until I kept having car troubles. And my wife just really wanted me to get a new vehicle, yada, yada, yada. So I choose a little Ford Maverick. It's a 2025. It was discounted on the lot because it was a, last year's model. And it was a base model. And they had 12 of them. And they were white and basic and great, actually. I fucking love that little truck. And we live out in the middle of nowhere, so a truck is kind of needed. That is $380 a month. So you got a $1,400 mortgage, car payments that equal up, over $800 a month. There is easily $2,200 gone. I don't make that a week, not even, especially now, but not in the past either. When I made good money in banking, I didn't make that a week. So, I've already spent a good portion of my monthly salary on the basics, right? Where we don't eat out a ton, we don't go shopping a ton, stuff like that. But you've got electric, and electric has just soared through the roof. $800 last 2 months has been my bill. Fuck. just going through the roof. And then there's other expenses. There's car insurance, there's phones, there's this, there's that. Phones, we do like, a MVNO plan through Boost Mobile. MVNO, cheaper than going with the main plans. We pay for my in-laws. That's like $100 a month, basically, for 4 lines. Keeping it real, keeping it simple. And then, I'm not going to go through all the expenses, but not living super extravagantly, not living super cheaply either. But I have put myself in a position where if I'm not making close to a 6-figure salary, let's just call it $70K or more a year, basically. $70K a year, I can comfortably, for the most part, pay my bills, live life, yada yada. Well, I decided a while back to leave my job of 83 or 84K a year because it was in collections, and the economy is going super crazy right now. I'm just passing gas at $3.49 a gallon, or $3.47 on that one. And, they're just, people are bailing on their loans left and right. And I was a director of collections for a credit union. A great job for 4 years. The last year has been hell. Absolute hell. People don't care about their stuff. They go out and buy 20, 25, 26 vehicles, and then they quit paying the payments after like 4 or 5 months. So, you're dealing with just high turnover, repossessions. Long story short, I got myself in a pickle. Like, now I can't do what I want. I'm working a job currently that I'm making significantly less than I have in a long time. It would still be considered a solid paying job by most households where 2 people are working, but my wife is an in-home baker and she does pretty well, but it's pretty well for starting her own business just a couple years ago. It's going extremely well. The trajectory is straight up. Going well. But I still need to make X amount of money. There is health insurance also, where at my job that I made good money. Sorry if that burp came through, Jesus. At the place where I made good money, my health insurance for my whole family was decent. It was decent. It wasn't too expensive. Now, I find it is cheaper to go through the Affordable Care Act, through the government marketplace, than it is to go through my current job by a few $100s a month. So I have done that, knowing full well that the ACA credits, which is one of the things when they're talking about people losing their health insurance, just to throw that out there, they're talking about those tax credits. So basically, if you make X amount a year or less, the government will pay a portion of your insurance, just kind of like a job does. Like a job does when you have, job-funded health insurance. Anyways, the health insurance is okay. I fully expect it to eventually just rise through the roof. Hopefully I'm wrong, whatever. But I've gotten myself in this pickle where, like, I currently can probably pay my bills with my paychecks, but it's debatable. I've only been at this job for a month. I don't know if I'll go bankrupt or not. I'm not sure yet. The jury's still out. Now, granted, I bring in income in other ways. I'm a hustler, baby. I sell stuff. I buy stuff and resell. I make money in different ways. But that's inconsistent. That's not a consistent, like, for sure paycheck. That's me hustling, baby. And it works a lot. It helps pay a lot of bills. But I also have credit card debt. It's not a crazy amount of credit card debt, but it's payments. So basically what I'm saying is, like, please, for the love of God, don't live close to within your means. Live halfway within your means. Like, if you make $3,000 a month, make sure all your total bills are not more than $1,500 a month, because anything can happen at any time and shit can just go awry. And then it's harder to keep afloat. Right now it's harder to keep afloat right now. Like, right now I'm like, do I really want to go back to banking and do that shit again just to make more money and be miserable? And the answer is, I don't really want to. I really don't want to do that. So there's that. I've gotten myself in a position where I got a job that I am absolutely 100% just loving. Like what I do now, I love it. And I might not be able to stay. I finally found like the next step to happiness because my home life is good, kids, all that good. I'm happy with my home. I'm happy with like what we have, this, that, and the other. There's a chance I might lose it if this doesn't pan out. But everything was really good except for my job. And my job was getting bad because of the economy. And even before that, like if you've watched any of my videos across any of my channels, like banking is not me. That is not me, like at all. So it doesn't fit my personality whatsoever. What I'm doing now fits my personality 100%. It is fun. It is rewarding. Like it is flexible. And I may not be able to stay. And that's my own fault if that happens. Like I've put myself in this position. Hopefully, if I do have to leave, like first you got to find a job. That's another thing. You put yourself in a position where you have to make X amount, and then you either get fired or you resign thinking you can make it work, and then it doesn't work. Then then you have to try to go back to that bigger money, and that's not always easy. Like right now, especially like the jobs report from February, down 92,000. Like jobs aren't aplenty right now. We're more than likely going to hit a recession. So now's not a great time to leave your job. Unless, of course, you're prepared, which is why I said 15, like if you make 3K, make sure the money you got to pay out is like 1,500. Don't get yourself close to the threshold. Leave yourself wiggle room in case the perfect job comes along. Perfect job is by all means not about money, but the perfect situation could come along, and you may not be able to take it or keep it. And that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this job that I absolutely love. And when I say I love it, and when you hear earlier in the video that I've been here for a month, you might jump to a conclusion and be like, well, everybody loves their job for a minute. No, I mean, I love this job. I've never worked a job like this that I was so confident that I would love to do this for the rest of my career. I would absolutely love to do this for the rest of my career. And I've screwed myself, and I may not be able to. So today's Bark Talk is literally about not screwing yourself. Leave yourself some room for personal growth, financial decline. Like, leave yourself that room. Because if you ever want to be completely happy, it's all got to be in line with everything's got to be in line with everything else. Like, complete happiness, your job is part of that, or your financial situation. Like, if you hate your job, you're not going to be completely happy. That'll carry over. That'll affect your personal life, your relationships, etc., etc. You got to make it all good. You got to make it all good. Like Dr. Phil says, you got to live your life. You got to make it all good. And I'm at that point now, and I may not be able to keep it that way simply because I have too many bills and too much stuff that I need to take care of. So I may have to go back to something I absolutely hate, focus every bit of every dime I earn in that job on getting myself in a financial situation where I can then leave again and hope that this job will rehire me. So if I have to do that, I'm going to have the conversation and be like, I love this. I would love to come back. Maybe keep me on for a day a week because it's super flexible. And, stay here and then me integrate back into full time once I figure all this out. Like, that's the situation I'm in. And I do not want other people to be in that situation because I really would love to just lock down life as it is right now, put it on lock, be done. But unfortunately, I don't know if I can afford to. So youngins out there, and 30-year-olds, because like I didn't think about this shit that much when I was 30. Leave yourself some fucking wiggle room, for God's sakes. Because if you don't, yeah. And please, for the love of God, don't think that like a high-paying job is happiness. It's not. Not at all. And the older you get, the more evident and apparent that becomes. At this point, I wish I'd have done like a trade that I was interested in instead of like growing in management through retail and banking, because like I don't want to do either one of those. But maybe if I could have found a specialty that I can control my own schedule and control my own life a little more, that would have worked out. I don't know. Bark talk. I'm done. Be careful out there. Stay safe. Have lots of loving relationships. I was going to say dirty stuff. Have lots of loving relationships and happiness and heart health through loving relationships. And, make sure you take care of you in your life. See you next time.